Bledsoe was arrested.
Patrick Montgomery was in court.
Jonathan Manapa will stay in federal custody.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
Hey everyone, welcome to the show. 22-year-old New York resident Jon Lizak is a former legislative aide. He's also the former president of the Binghamton, I think that's how you say it, Binghamton University's College Republicans. On January 6th, Lizak went to the Capitol with his friends and his co-defendants. You guys have heard these names because I've talked about some of their sentencing. So Joseph Brody, Thomas Carey, Gabrielle Chase, and Paul Lovely. All of them were members of the white nationalist America First movement started by white supremacist Nick Fuentes. After watching Donald Trump's speech at the Ellipse, Lizak and his friends headed over to the Capitol. They were all captured on surveillance video illegally entering the building. They entered just several minutes after the initial breach of the Senate wing doors. Lizak's group then made their way to the Capitol crypt, where they, along with that massive mob, overran the outnumbered officers. They pushed past them. Lizak and the others then wandered throughout various areas of the building. They eventually entered the office suite of Nancy Pelosi. And then sometime later, they made their way to the third story of the Capitol. They found the doors for the upper level of the Senate chamber, known as the Senate gallery. And although Lizak and the majority of his group remained outside the Senate, their friend Joseph Brody entered and he started rifling through papers, taking photos, and he was in that restricted area for a while. And then when Brody finally came out of the Senate chamber, Lizak and his group exited the building. They remained on the Capitol grounds for quite a while, though, and Brody was seen using a police barricade. He was either trying to obstruct an officer or he was assaulting the officer with it. There was an officer guarding an entrance, and it looked like he was ramming it into him, but it's unclear at this point if he was hitting him with it or just trying to block him. And Chase appeared to spray a chemical towards the officer. So from there, Lizak and his friends headed over to the media staging area. You guys might recall, that's the area where members of the media had all of their equipment, and they had to flee because they were surrounded by Trump supporters, and they started to get very aggressive with the media people. They were cursing at them, threatening them. So all of the media members took off, and they had to leave most of their equipment behind as they ran. So Trump's mob started to destroy and also steal the equipment. And once again, Brody was seen allegedly committing crimes. He was seen on video picking up and stealing some of the equipment, and Lizak and the others were standing by watching. So Lizak was arrested on September 15th of 2022, and he was charged with entering a restricted building or grounds, 2 counts of disorderly conduct, and parading or demonstrating in the Capitol. In May of 2023, Lizak pleaded guilty to the parading charge, and he was looking at up to 6 months in prison, 5 years of probation, and $5,000 in fines. However, the prosecutor requested only 75 days in prison and $500 in restitution. They were willing to give him a minimal sentence because he has no criminal history. Also, he admitted to his actions as soon as he was approached by the FBI. Unfortunately, I couldn't locate any details about what was said at his sentencing hearing, but U.S. District Judge Colleen Kolar-Kotelly presided over Lizak's case, and she sentenced him to only 36 months of probation. A very weak and surprising sentence from this judge. She is typically much tougher than that. I like to think that Lizak learned his lesson, but, given his history as a college Republican and a supporter of a white nationalist group, not so much. I just have some doubts. Just gonna say. Anyway, all right, I will let you all know if I hear any more. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please like, please share, please subscribe if you have not. Please donate if you possibly can. Love you all. Take care, and I'll talk with you soon.